Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is your friend TheOdd1sOut, and today we are reacting to the insane Warrior Cats fandom. Ooh, I have no idea on this planet Earth what is Warrior Cats, but I'm excited to find out. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Any and all interactions does this channel wonders, and let's get into it.
Welcome to the Warrior Cat wing of the Animation History Museum. I will be guiding your tour today. I hope you have nothing else planned. Warrior Cats is a book series that follows a society of feral cats who live in these groups that are kind of a mix between a gang and a cult. While they are considered kids' books, I will say Warrior Cats is less fun time happy cat adventures and more Watership Down.
Are they like chapter books or are they like graphic novels? Like these are like legit books that kids are reading? I never heard of them.
We won't be getting too graphic here, but a lot of the cats don't. Now you might be wondering why these books have their own dedicated wing in the Animation History Museum. These are letters, not pictures, stupid. Well, you see, this fan base has the most animated fan base ever.
Wait, really?
Yes, even more than that one you really like. People love to draw these cats. Coming up is one of my favorite pieces. The artist's use of anime hair and Windows Movie Maker transitions perfectly encapsulates that indescribable...
How old are these books? Because looking at this video right here, I'm like, that's like early 2000s, isn't it? Have these books been around for a while?
...era of 2009.
Well,
and
oh my
I
God,
especially love the artist's bold choice of including their OC into this piece, really calling to the essence of the human experience and that desire to rescue a villain who is also your comfort character. Something you need to understand is that kids who are now adults have been drawing these cats for quite some time. We have records of kids drawing these cats all the way back in 2004. And if you were a Warrior Cat fan during the 2008 housing market crash, then you were eating extremely well, not with food, but with edgy cat animations drawn entirely by a mouse. Fans were making anime openings, AMVs, and graphic depictions of some of the more Watership Down moments in the series.
Dang.
I'm blurring these out because mutilated cats bum me out. Yeah, and just like the books that are still coming out, the Warriors never stopped drawing. I don't want to sound dramatic, but you could spend the rest of your life watching nothing but Warrior Cat fan animations and still not have seen them all. I actually haven't done the math on that yet, but trust me, there's a lot. Is this playlist still going? I have been fully aware of the vast quantity of Warrior Cat...
I mean, if it has this big of a fan base, it must be a really good book, right? Like, if it's capturing people's attention this much and fascination, I wonder what it's about. I wonder. I mean, he kind of gave us a little synopsis breakdown.
Fan animations for quite some time. Heck, I've even hired some of them. But I've never been able to truly enjoy a Warrior Cat fan animation, as I've never read these books growing up because all the kids in my class who did pretended to be the cats during recess and would piss at me whenever I tried talking to them, which even back then I was like, okay, this is a little weird, guys.
Yeah.
But I regret not reading these books growing up because now I'm left with all these unanswered questions. Why are so many people drawn to drawing these fictional cats? What are these feelings stirring in my bosom as I watch these? And why do the art styles change so much? As we move down the Warrior Cat fan animation timeline, around 2012 is when the Warriors really begin to specialize in multi-animator projects. Basically, there were so many people willing to draw these cats.
Isn't that like an unfortunate acronym?
Draw these cats, that a large group of them all work together, each animating a different segment of a video, and then when everyone's segment gets done in 14 months, the finished segments get stitched together into one complete video. I guarantee you've seen at least one of these group reanimator projects before, and you might have the Warriors to thank for that. I don't know who started the trend. Maps work out great for everyone, because now you and 40 of your animation buddies only have to animate a few seconds of a cat fight, and we get to watch a super engaging music video with changing art styles every 6 seconds. I really have to commend everyone who puts these projects together, especially the ones that were done before messaging apps like Discord even existed.
That's a lot of work. You got to admire that dedication. Damn, 6 seconds, and it took them like a year and 2 months. Damn.
What I find extremely impressive is that everyone who signs up for these projects are doing so simply for exposure. No one involved expects any type of monetary compensation, and warrior maps are very often made to copyrighted music, meaning no one's making money off these projects anyways. I can only imagine what musicians must go through when their manager tells them, "You're not going to believe this. Someone just made a fan-animated music video of your song on YouTube." And then the artist goes to watch it, and they just see a bunch of cartoon cats fighting each other.
Oh, no.
Violently. Can I tell you a quick story time? Once I wandered into a Barnes & Noble and thought, I wonder if they have any physical copies of Warrior Cats, because that is something I am willing to buy. So I went to the young adult section, looked under W, and found nothing. They didn't.
Oh, it was actually sold out?
Well, that's too bad, I thought. I mean, between the main books...
Wait, I'm confused. Why was he looking underneath W? It's sorted by author, not by title. Somebody doesn't read much.
Graphic novels and super editions, there's only over 100 different books, with new ones still being written to this day, but I guess this BNN doesn't have any. Oh well. But then I had the disturbing realization that I might be looking in the wrong place. I was looking in the young adult section. I needed to extend my search to the kids' corner, spelled with a Z. So I gingerly walked from the kid book section to the little kid book section, trying to find the book I was currently reading. And there, next to the barn built into the wall and the blocks, were the warriors.
Are you serious? Like, this book series with like dead animals and shit is considered like a kids book? I would think it would be a young adult's book too. That's so weird.
I'm not going to judge you on whatever books you like to read, because I live in a glass house.
Shades of
if I was ever going to understand what made people so drawn to drawing these violent feral kitty cats,
then I would have to start reading.
Oh my god.
These. So, whether you never read these books, but are curious to know why so many people are drawing the characters, or maybe you did read these books a long time ago and want a refresher from the perspective of an adult who didn't grow up with them. Either way, get your favorite cat treat and knock something off a counter as we dive paws first into the wild and wonderful world of warrior cats. So, spoiler warning for warrior cats. Our main protagonist...
What is this room, man? How is there carpet on the wall? That's crazy. Crazy.
Is Rusty, a handsome ginger Tom. Those are not my words.
That is how he's described in the character description at the front of the book.
Oh.
Ignore that he's called Firepaw right now. Firepaw and Rusty are the same cat. It'll make sense in a little bit.
Rusty is a regular house cat living with people, or as he would call them, two legs. You see, cats have some pretty unique slurs for everyday normal human things. This isn't a car driving on a road, it's a monster on the thunder path.
Personally, I love it when books explain everyday, mundane human things from like a non-human perspective. A car would be a monster to a cat. It merges without using a turn signal.
Now, our main cat, Rusty, grows tired of his soft kitty pet life and thinks maybe living in the forest directly behind his backyard would sorta kinda be cool. But he's not ready for a big life change just yet. But then one day, Rusty's only friend in the entire world, named Smudge, he tells Rusty, "Hey, did you know when our owners take us to the vet, they chop our guys off?"
Fellas, would you spend the rest of your life surviving in the woods if it meant you got to keep both of your dudes? I would.
So, like many other unneutered male cats, Rusty abandons his soft kitty pet life and sets out to start a new, wild and free life in the forest directly behind his backyard.
It turns out there's a whole society of wild feral kitty cats living in the forest behind Rusty's backyard, and they've divided themselves into 4 distinct groups, or clans.
Clans. Oh my god, it's like
The first
Harry
clan
Potter.
we're going to be looking at is ThunderClan. This is the clan our protagonists belong to and where most of the story takes place. These cats are the moral, compassionate, brave ones. Gryffindor. The next clan is ShadowClan. These are the edgy, evil
by
cats.
The name. Yeah.
Slytherin. Sure, there's evil cats in every clan, but a lot of them are from ShadowClan, especially in Season 1. Because they have Shadow in the name, I always imagined every cat here was just...
Wait, so the books have seasons too? This is crazy. So much lore, so much goes into
a black Halloween cat. The next clan is RiverClan. Their main thing is... they swim. I wouldn't call them Ravenclaw because they're not smart. They're more of a water tribe. And the next clan is WindClan, but you don't need to worry, they're Hufflepuffs. So cats from different clans hate each other and are super territorial.
Why?
Don't even think about falling in love and starting a family with a cat from a different clan. That is so unaccepted, it happens constantly. And those are the 4 clans in the forest. However, there's one clan not in the forest we need to talk about called... StarClan. Did you know cats have their own religion? Your childhood cat isn't going to be kicking it with you in boring old two-leg heaven. They're going to be sharing tongues with their ancestors in StarClan. Sharing tongues is like when cats lick each other, like, normal cat behavior. But whenever I read sharing tongues, I always thought they were like French kissing or something. StarClan is basically warrior cat heaven. And it's so much more than a character looking up at the night sky and seeing their deceased dad in the clouds. Instead, StarClan plays a much bigger role in the books, and we get to frequently visit and see what wacky antics the cat angels get up to. So even though there is a lot of death in warrior cats, just because a cat dies...
Yeah, what am I watching right now? I'm like watching a grown man dressed as a cat explain to me a children's book. This is not how I expected my Sunday to go.
Eyes doesn't mean it's the last we'll ever see of them. They'll just be in their angel form from now on. And those are the 5 clans you need to know about. It's just those 4 main ones and Warrior Cat Heaven. There's not going to be like a secret 6th clan or anything. Now, normally, forest cats are super big on cat purity and would never allow this random outsider into their clan.
But you see, the leader of ThunderClan, named Blue Star, she had a pretty good reason to allow this handsome Ginger Tom into the clan.
Blue Star, kinda thought he was the chosen one. And he canonically still had both of his guys. So, prophecies play a very big role in the wild world of warrior cats. And the first prophecy we hear about is fire alone will save the clan. So knowing that fire alone will save the clan, Blue Star sees this handsome Ginger Tom just wandering through the forest and officially accepts him into ThunderClan, bestowing him the new name
Firepaw. See, that's why the front of the book called him Firepaw, remember? Now it's making sense. So completely remove the name Rusty from your brain. That's never coming back. Everyone who's read these books knows this cat as Firepaw. It's got a paw of fire.
By this point, you've probably noticed a pretty unique formula to some of these cat names. Blue Star, Firepaw. Let's take a look at some of these other characters, shall we? Let's see, we got Ashfur, Mousefur, Leopard Fur, Frost Fur, Russet Fur, Oak Fur, Bracken Fur, Soot Fur, Ash Fur again. Okay, what the fur is going on? What's with all these If you are not privy to the naming convention of these warrior cat characters, the nomenclature of these cat names follows a simple 2-part system. Every cat's name is made up of any of these prefixes and any of these suffixes.
Huh?
Can you see that? Graypaw, White Storm, Blue Star. Every name is like this. Mountain Dew is a valid warrior cat name. Now, I already knew about these ridiculous double-syllable names going into the series, and I was legitimately worried it would be impossible for me to keep track and remember all of these cat names. But do you want to know something I didn't know going into this series? Their name changes. When I got to the first name-changing ceremony, I threw the book down thinking, I'm not smart enough to understand the complexities of warrior cats. I should just give up. But then I thought, no.
That would be hard to follow. Imagine reading like a whole story for like a few books, and then suddenly their names change. That would be hard. That would be hard.
No. If a 9-year-old child in 2008 can remember all these ridiculous cat names, then so can I. And then I got to one of the many kit birthing scenes, and all the cats would go, oh boy, more warriors for ThunderClan. Everyone welcome Ice Kit and Fox Kit. And I would go,
I hope Ice Kid and Fox Kid die.
But I must say, once you really get into this series, remembering all the different cat names isn't that big of an issue. First of all, sometimes the cat's name will just be a short description of what they physically look like, ergo make them easier to remember. What do you think Running Nose looks like? What do you think Spider Legs looks like? I don't know what Mouse Fur looks like, but in my head, she's always wearing like a mouse costume. And no one addresses it. They're just like, that's mouse fur. What's really bad is that there's like mouse fur and then mouse kit like in the same scene. And it's like, what are we doing here, Aaron? And as strange as these names sound, there's actually a methodology to them that correlates to what rank a cat is. Kittens will always have the suffix kit. You read the sentence, Ice Kit and Fox Kit were playing in the hollow. You don't have to worry about them. They don't matter. Apprentices will always have the suffix paw, because they're apparentices. Firepaw and Graypaw are both apparentices. And anything above...
Why is there so much terminology? If a book required like this much investment to get into it, I would just say no. It's like, I'm out. I can't do this.
Them is when the warrior names get a little more creative and don't have a set suffix, except for the very top, the leaders, which always have the name Star, which means you have to be careful reading the wiki because sometimes learning a cat's up-to-date name is a spoiler. Now, instead of having to remember Gray Stripe, Blue Star, White Storm, all you really have to remember is Gray, Blue, White. And while we're looking at the clan hierarchy, can I just talk about medicine cats real quick? Medicine cats are responsible for healing the sick and injured clanmates, and they don't use like medicine. All of their healing comes from herbs found locally in the forest, but I always felt like the books were stretching some of the healing properties they claimed these herbs possessed. Okay, the cats are constantly getting into fights, so they're getting scratches, and the med cats would put cobwebs over wounds. Okay, I can sort of see that working as like a natural band-aid. But then, during one of the many kit birthing scenes, the med cats would be like, oh no, give her a poppy seed to calm her down. And I was always like, a singular poppy seed? Like, from a bagel? At least give her, like, a couple.
So back in the forest, Rusty meets all the other apparentices in ThunderClan. And one apprentice confides in our hero some terrible news. He secretly witnessed this other cat named Tigerclaw murder another cat in his own clan.
Tigerclaw is here, and he murdered the cat here, the deputy. Because deputies of a clan are next in line to be leader, so he couldn't just murder the leader, he has to murder the deputy, so he could be deputy, and then he can murder the leader. Do you understand?
Good. Oh my God,
I just want to point out that I got this corkboard off Facebook Marketplace, and the pictures did not show how badly sun damaged it was.
So immediately, this series sets up Tigerclaw as the main bad guy of the story. That he's willing to murder cats in his own clan to become leader.
Look at him.
And getting to become the leader of a clan is a very enticing idea to Tigerclaw because leaders get blessed by StarClan with 9 lives. Every other cat only gets 1 life, but the leaders get to die 8 extra times.
What?
And I really like this plot device because as the series goes on, we get to keep track of how many times a leader loses a life, and the suspense builds and builds as we get closer to that final.
You know, the more I look at this book right here, the one that he has right in the left corner, I think I did see this book in the library before. But, like, I have no memory of anyone ever reading these books growing up. Maybe it's, like, a region-specific thing. As I guarantee there was nobody reading this in my school.
Now, our heroes kind of do everything in their power not to tell anyone that Tiger Claw is the bad guy. Like, there's seriously a scene where Firepaw gets a one-on-one training session with Blue Star, and he's like, I should probably tell the leader of my clan about the broad-shoulder backstabbing murderer named Tiger Claw in the clan. But then Blue Star's like, fight me, and then he gets caught up into fighting, and then he just forgets to tell her.
What?
Okay, so just like the other characters, we're gonna keep the thought of Tiger Claw being the main bad guy in the back of our mind because we got more important stuff to worry about. Shadow Clan just attacked Thunder Clan for no reason. And they end up killing Firepaw's secret crush, who he barely talked to and was way older than him and practiced celibacy.
The Thundercats and Shadowcats face off in a big epic battle, and eventually the heroic Thundercats defeat the evil Shadowcats.
And as the first episode comes to a close, Blue Star promotes Firepaw to the warrior class.
Firepaw's new warrior name
Is Fireheart.
All right, that's now 2 times our protagonist has changed names in one book.
Now that Fireheart is officially a warrior, I would like to take a quick palate cleansing break from the wild world of warrior cats because I would feel extremely remiss if I didn't share with you all a rather humorous story time about an instance where I too was trying to become a warrior.
What?
So when I was deep into reading these books, I went to this boxing gym because I was training for nothing, apparently. And on my drive to said boxing gym, I would listen to The Warriors. It helped me get into the right headspace, I guess.
Really?
Now, the way the parking lot at this gym worked was that sometimes you'd park your car in front of another car, and then you would give your keys to the receptionist guy at the front, and he would move your car for you. Totally fine, totally cool, except for the one time I made the mistake of leaving my phone in the car, a phone that would auto-connect and immediately play the last thing I was listening to if said car were to turn off.
That has to be so embarrassing. Oh my god, this is terrible. I feel so bad for him.
At any given moment, I'd like to think my social interaction skills are at a 7 out of 10. Pretty good, but still room for improvement. In the middle of a boxing class, I'm covered in sweat, I got stink lines coming off me, now I'm at a 6 out of 10. But when the boxing gym receptionist comes up to me and says, "Hey man, you left your phone in your car. By the way, love the book you're reading." Whoosh, I've talked to this receptionist before, and he knew I did YouTube, so I tried desperately to explain myself. Oh, you know, I'm gonna make a video about it. Plus, I wanted to read more this year. And then he asks, "Are you gonna mention the movie?" I was cut off by this. I knew there wasn't a Warrior Cats movie, but I was absolutely not going to argue about it with the boxing gym receptionist in front of a bunch of dudes punching each other. So I just went, "There's a movie?" And he goes, "Yeah, there's a movie." And the way he said, "Yeah, there's a movie," made it sound like I was the dumb one for not knowing about the Warrior Cats movie. And I forget exactly what I said after that, but it was probably along the lines of, "Could someone please punch me so I no longer have to be in this conversation?" And for the whole rest of the class, I could not fathom why that guy was so positive about the existence of a movie that definitely didn't exist. Did he see someone reenact the entire book with Littlest Pet Shop dolls and think that was a movie?
Oh my god, look at the subscriber count too. They got like over 100,000 subscribers. I mean, people like what they like. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm sure gonna miss you, Ravenpaw. Why don't we share tongues one last time?
It wasn't until I got back to my car when things started to click. When I turned my car on and connected my phone, the little dashboard screen thingy didn't say, "Now playing Warriors, The New Prophecy, Episode 5. All it said was, "Now playing Twilight." So he thinks I was reading that, and I don't know which is worse.
That's so bad. That's so bad. I mean, a lot of people like Twilight. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
So, diving paws first back into the wild world of warrior cats, Fireheart's best bro for life, who is now named
Graystripe,
starts being a little horn cat. It's like horn dog, but it's a horn cat. He's being a little frisky boy.
You see, it all started when Graystripe accidentally fell into a river and was rescued by a cat in River Clan. And these two cats from different clans immediately hit it off. But this will just be the first example of one of the many universal truths about warrior cats. All it takes for two characters to fall deeply in love with each other is if they ever appear in a scene together. And that's especially true for cats from different clans. Something about betraying your whole clan is sexy, I guess. Meow.
Fireheart keeps his best bro's forbidden relationship a secret when all of a sudden, she's pregnant? And she's having the kids now? Graystripe's gonna be a dad?
Graystripe's girlfriend doesn't make it through kit birth, but luckily her kids do. We have the boy one and the girl one. You don't have to worry about them ever again. This leaf blower is killing me. What do I do? What do I do about this leaf blower? Do I ask him to stop?
After this scene, Graystripe's forbidden relationship made a lot more sense to me. It felt rushed and contrived because this was never a love story. It was an I got the River Clan leader's daughter pregnant who then died in kit birth story. A classic tale for all children's books. This death was the first in the series that made me go, whoa, warrior cats don't mess around. Who kills off the pregnant girlfriend? And then Graystripe tries living in River Clan for a bit, but that ultimately falls through, so he doesn't get to live there anymore, and he never gets to see his two kids grow up. Well, his first two kids.
While Graystripe was going behind everyone's back to visit his River Clan girlfriend, Fireheart was going behind everyone's back to visit his biological sister at her two-legs nest. And she tells him, "You know, you're making the idea of living in the forest sound totally cool and awesome. I don't want to completely uproot my life though, so could you take one of my kids away and force him to live with you?" This is Cloudtail, Fireheart's sister's son. The books never call this white cat Fireheart's nephew. They always called him his sister's kit, sister's son, or sister's firstborn.
Now, this could just be because cats are quirky with words and don't have a name to describe the relationship of your sister's son. But the more the books kept avoiding ever using the word nephew, the more I started to worry that nephew was too big of a word for this reading level. But then the books throw the word jubilant at you? You're not gonna use nephew, but jubilant's fine? You seriously gonna make me pull out a dictionary, warrior cat? Since Cloudtail was thrown into clan life kind of against his will, he doesn't super respect the strict set of rules all the clan cats follow. And he's an atheist. Just doesn't believe in StarClan, like, at all. That detail never really comes up, but the books let you know that he is one.
Oh.
It's super important that you know the religious views of these cats, okay? Cloudtail ends up getting captured by Two Legs, and now it's up to his mother's brother to rescue him. When this scene was first introduced, I got super excited because by now, so much of the drama in this series has been cats fighting over prey, cats fighting over territory, and cats fighting over love. So when the opportunity of a rescue my sister's son heist was introduced, I was excited just for something different. Fireheart's going to have to navigate through a two-leg nest he's never been in before and describe all the mundane human things he sees from his non-human cat perspective. What is this strange hissing elephant?
I mean, things shouldn't be confusing to him, right? Because he came from a human house. So that wouldn't make sense. Because he still had that life experience of living in a human house. Right? So I feel like that expectation shouldn't be there.
Love it when books do that kind of stuff. But while I was thinking of all the interesting possibilities, Fireheart just opens the front door and Cloudtail escapes.
That's it.
He never even goes inside. Cool.
That's
Glad
it.
you're back, Cloudtail. You're going to follow the strict set of rules, but still be an atheist? No, that's fine. Yeah,
That's
think I
it.
saw some fresh kill we could hunt back there. Once our heroes were finally done dealing with their atheist nephew and pregnant girlfriend, they finally came to their senses and told the leader Blue Star about the murderous, broad-shouldered Tiger Claw in the clan.
And it actually got to a point where I started to question if Tiger Claw really was the main bad guy.
Now, this might just be because I watch too many movies, but when something tries this hard to tell me he's the main bad guy, especially this early on in the story, I start to think,
Not be. He's like a red herring.
yeah, I can smell this plot twist coming from a mile away.
Yeah.
Fireheart never had any proof Tiger Claw was evil. He was just blindly believing what this other random apprentice was saying. Tiger Claw was there when Cinderpelt got her legs run over, but we don't know for sure he caused the accident. How does a cat even orchestrate something like that? Yeah, he might be constantly giving off bad vibes, but that's just all part of the misdirection. I'm telling ya, there's enough wiggle room here for this cat to actually be the misunderstood good guy.
He's not.
But it turns out no. He is evil, and he did all those evil things. Tiger Claw,
Oh, cool.
what is this? Blue Star's meow is sharper now, edged with anger, not fear. I'm the leader of your clan.
Or have you forgot?
I'm the leader of your clan. Or have you forgotten that? Not for much longer, Tiger Claw growled. I'm going to kill you, and kill you again, as many times as it takes for you to join Star Clan forever. It wasn't until I read that exact line when I started to think, okay, Tiger Claw is for sure the main bad guy. I thought it was ambiguous this whole time.
Just
But no,
that line.
he's the bad guy. He's bad.
So the villain of the story turned out to be a character I wasn't expecting to be the villain, making Tiger Claw, at least for me, an untwisted twist villain.
So Tiger Claw is exiled from the camp, and since Blue Star no longer trusts anyone else in the camp, except for Fireheart, she promotes him
The deputy.
to clan deputy, meaning at the start of the series, Fireheart was here, below everyone in the clan, and by the end of episode 3, he's already here, second in command, next in line to be leader.
But
That's
the
some
cherry on
character growth
top
for
this
ya.
terrible news cake is that our main bad guy, Tiger Claw, isn't done doing main bad guy things. Shadow Clan just made some pretty significant changes to the clan hierarchy.
Our main bad guy, Tiger Claw, who was the biggest proponent of cat purity, by the way, switches teams and becomes the new leader of Shadow Clan.
He finally got his wish of becoming leader and getting 9 lives.
There's so much going on. I
with
cannot.
Tiger Star.
Tiger Star.
Then Tiger Star sets a pack of wild dogs loose in the ThunderClan camp, and they end up killing random background characters.
It's one
No,
of those
not
wild
background
feral dogs that
characters.
kill cats and tear off faces. Oh, it's so the horror. I'm getting attacked by a dog. Ah! Oh, wait, I'm wearing makeup. Maybe you should.
The dogs chase Fireheart off a cliff and into some rushing water, and right as the light begins to fade from his eyes, Blue Star swoops in and rescues him.
But I guess that used up the last of her energy because, in a horrible twist of fate, she's now dying. And it's her
What?
last life, by the way. I've been keeping track. This one's for you, Blue Star. Okay, so
No, not
she's
Blue
out of
Star.
the picture. Fireheart, the current clan deputy, becomes
he's the leader
new
that
leader
fast?
of ThunderClan, which also means
He is now Firestar.
he's going to change name.
His new name
Oh my
is
God.
Firestar.
The name
All right?
changes.
It's not Fireheart or Firepaw, and it's certainly not Rusty. This is Firestar. This will be the last time that he changes names.
Oh, good.
It's physically impossible for him to change names again.
Unfortunately,
good.
This moment was spoiled for me. I always knew that Rusty would be the leader of ThunderClan because while I was researching this video, I remembered this classic fan animation I saw ages ago about Fireheart not liking waffles.
Oh, waffle time, it's waffle time. Will you have some waffles on mine?
So I watched this video again for entirely research purposes and was horrified to see the video was actually called Firestar Doesn't Like Waffles.
Aw, Firestar.
This video was a pretty big spoiler for me. So Tiger Star and Firestar are now both topped to the 9's new lives. If we're ever going to defeat Tiger Star, he's going to have to be eliminated 9 times. Voldemort only needed 8 times. It's going to be a race of cat and cat to see who will be the last cat to lose their final life. And with the amount of books that are still in this series, I could see their rivalry lasting a really, really long time. Until this series goes in a direction that I think I should mention spoiler warning again. Because, wow,
does it do with
if you're at all
change?
familiar with this story and know what's about to happen, I bet you've just been dying for me to get to this part. To help accomplish his destroy Firestar by any means necessary plan, Tiger Star teams up with Blood Clan? Here's my mood board for the secret 6th clan that's been here this whole time. These are the extremely tough city cats.
Look at the Chad cat.
They live in the city.
Look at the Chad cat.
That we've never heard of before. They don't have strange double-syllable names or believe in a star clan, but they still call themselves a clan and have a clan leader for some reason. The leader of Blood Clan is Tiny. He's this tiny little black cat that wears a dog teeth collar, and he's a fan favorite. That's what all of this has been building up. You see? Scourge. I'm Scourge. I already pointed to myself. I know I've been doing a lot of Harry Potter references throughout this video, but I don't think there's a single Harry Potter character that best encompasses who this cat is. I think the best fictional character I could make a comparison to is Shadow the Hedgehog. So how are they going to fight 2 evil clans that formed an alliance? Well, the thing is, tiny little Scourge betrays Tiger Star and murders him in front of everyone. But that's okay. He's got 9 lives, remember?
Nope.
Wait, what's happening? Again, the mass of Tabby's body grew still for a heartbeat. But again, the wound was too terrible to yield to the healing trance. His claws tore up clumps of grass in his agony, while his screeches turned from fury to terror. This is a kid's book. He's dying 9 times! Holy shit, said Firestar. Tiny little Scourge kills Tiger Star so badly that he dies, resurrects, and then dies again 9 times.
That's
so the
funny.
villain of the story
so funny.
turned out to be a character.
It's traumatic, but it's so funny. It's so funny. Oh my god.
I wasn't expecting to be the villain. They got me twice.
Initially, I was in denial. No, Tiger Star canonically had 9 lives. He can't die instantly to a cat we just met. This scene had me so flabbergasted that I had to reach out to someone. And everyone I talked to about it was always like, oh, you mean Scourge? I love Scourge. Scourge is so cool. And then I thought, okay, if this cat is so beloved, I should at least give him a chance. Maybe this whole time, the books were actually setting up how evil and ruthless this Scourge guy is. You thought that cat was the main bad guy? This new guy just killed him with barely any effort. This also sets up that Firestar's brand new 9 lives are essentially worthless because this new cat can just kill you and have you instantly burn through all 9 of them. Well, not instantly, slow and painfully, which is definitely worse.
All right, it's a little unconventional, but if this is how the series sets up the actual main bad guy, then let's do it. Scourge, you've won me over.
When Scourge and Firestar face off for control over the whole forest, Scourge
like that?
Very easily kills Firestar because, of course, he does. Firestar.
Wait, the main character's dead? What?
There's just a random kitty pet who stumbled his way up the clan hierarchy. And this is Scourge. Ultimate life form Scourge.
So what? Are they the new...
Firestar
What?
Dies. Except this time, when Scourge kills a clan.
So do they become the main protagonist now? Or does it move on to like their weird heaven thing?
Clan leader, he only loses once. One life. He only dies once because of the power of friendship or something. I think it's a metaphor for Jesus, actually, and I'm not making that up. Unlike Tigerstar, Firestar successfully, I'm sorry, fellas, I'm keeping you away from your like friends and family. Firestar successfully resurrects, and Scourge is very understandably caught off guard by this because he's never seen a cat do that before. So this time when they face off, it goes a little like this.
Kills him again. Oh, he got him this time?
And that's how season 1 of Warrior Cats ends. As you know,
Dang, that was a lot of shit going on. Okay, I gotta understand why kids were reading this. That's a lot of story. Like, there was actually, like, he was talking for like a whole half hour, and he's, wow. That was a lot.
frequently get to visit and see what wacky antics the cat angels get up to in cat heaven. And while Tigerstar's ghost makes a pretty prevalent comeback, basically becoming the new cat Satan, we never get to see Scourge or his spiky collar ever again. How is a cat who only shows up in this much of the story, kills the main bad guy, and then leaves and never comes back, this beloved? It's because he's the ultimate life form, baby. If the only knowledge of warrior cats you have is from what I've told you in this video, while you do know more than the average person about warrior cats, you're still probably not going to understand what most of these fan animations are really about.
There's more?
Because we only looked at 6 books out of like 100, and you don't know what the characters actually...
Get the fuck out of here. Is there actually 100 books? How can they write 100 books? Well, I mean, they've been around for like 20 years, it seems like. But damn, really?
They look like I've just been showing you Garfield characters. However, my dear viewer, I really wanted to get the full Warrior Cat experience. So I read season 4. This is 4. I've read season 2, season 3, and season 4. Really just trying to get the full Warrior Cat experience. Season 4 seemed like a good stopping point.
Yeah.
I also forgot to mention, I read the super editions too. There's like 27 books. 27 books. I've read 27 books this year.
Damn.
Get on my level. I didn't want to do all of them. I'm not crazy, okay? I'm in a padded room. I'm not crazy. So with me as your local Warrior Cat expert, I can safely say I still have no clue what most of these fan animations are about. It's not my fault that I don't understand these. Most of the things that these people are animating aren't even canon. They've just been animating fan fiction this whole time. Cleopatra.
Oh my god. He went into this thinking that he's going to understand these animations, and it turns out it was just fan fiction. But that's pretty elaborate fan fiction. Damn, you gotta appreciate the hustle, man. You gotta appreciate it.
Cleopatra takes a character who's not even that prevalent and imagines her as an Egyptian Sphinx cat who has like no ties to Egypt at all in the books. Next up forever, what if Firestar and Scourge switched lives? And Firestar was the one with the spiky collar. Hollyfawn. All right, this one's got a giant snake monster in it. Mr. Fear asks the question, what if there was a zombie outbreak in Warrior Cats? Scavengers of the Wind. This one's also got a zombie theme going on and is genuinely the most terrifying Warrior Cat animation I've ever seen. I was legit watching this on my TV and I had to turn it off halfway through because it was so terrifying. I don't want to talk about it anymore. It took me reading almost 30 books to finally understand that Warrior Cat fan animations aren't meant to be understood. It seems like people just like drawing cats.
Yeah.
But why is that?
Because cats are cute. Why
Now, I actually have 5 different reasons why I think people are so drawn to drawing these cats. And the first reason is because cats are just fun to draw. Think about it this way. Would you rather spend years studying human anatomy, toiling away for hours trying to get the fingers right? Or would you rather just draw a dumb little cat with a new woo face? Reason number 2 is the expansive world. This is the official Warrior Cats family tree. There's quite a few characters that I skipped over. I once heard someone describe Warrior Cats as Game of Thrones for kids, and while I've never seen or read any Game of Thrones, I totally agree with that sentiment.
Damn,
it's even got the incest and everything. Since there are so many characters and little mini adventures, it's very easy for someone to have a favorite character or moment that they can connect with, regardless of how prevalent they are in the story. And the third reason I think people are so drawn to drawing these cats is the lack of official art at the time.
Oh, there's
These
no
days,
art?
Warrior Cat fans have official graphic novels that they get to look at, and I do own them, but I keep lending them out to people, so that's my bad. But in the early 2010s, all fans had to go off of were words and their imaginations, which I think made people more inclined to draw out their favorite moments in the series, regardless of how graphic and gory they were. In fact, the kids really like drawing the graphic and gory stuff.
Yeah, it sounds like
That's a conversation for another time. The fourth reason I think people like drawing these cats is how this series is perfectly set up to be a fandom. Is that what it says? Perfectly. That's hilarious. Creating your own Warrior Cat OC with a tragic backstory and a unique double-syllable name is not only very easy to do, but it's actually encouraged by the books themselves. At the back of some of these books is this like fully plotted out Warrior Cat D&D campaign inviting readers to pretend to be the cats. I always thought the kids during recess who pretended to be the cats were just very devoted fans, but they were just following the instructions the books clearly laid out.
Oh, that's fun for the kids. Aw, I like that. I like that.
For them. And the last reason I think people like drawing these cats is because their passion is infectious. I highly recommend you go down the same Warrior Cat fan animation rabbit hole that I did, because what you'll find is thousands of dedicated fans all creating art of their favorite book series. And they're not doing it for money or for views, but because they're passionate. And there's also like a bunch of videos that are over 15 years old, and that just makes me nostalgic for that early era of YouTube. I went into this video trying to understand what it was about this series that made people want to draw the cats, but the funny thing is, I ended up drawing these cats too. It's a virus. These cats are so drawable. I initially got my start online creating webcomics. It's something I enjoy doing. I love thinking of a joke, doodling it out, and sharing it with the world. That's my passion. And I guess seeing all of these passionate artists creating these fan animations looked like a whole lot of fun. And the fact that the main character is a ginger male cat, come on, that's just too perfect of an opportunity to do a Garfield reference. I don't think anyone's ever done that before. So me and my team created 40 Garfield-inspired Warrior Cat webcomics, and we posted them every Wednesday. And even though we didn't make any money off of them, I really enjoyed making them and posting them every Wednesday. And not to get too vulnerable here, I know these are just Garfield comics, but they really helped me find my passion in creating art again. So thank you all for reading them. I hope you enjoyed. So if you're someone that's missing a little passion in your life, try watching hours of Warrior Cat fan animations. They're a whole ton of fun to watch. They do get a little violent at times, so be aware of that. And if you're someone that's ever produced a Warrior Cat fan animation, thank you for inspiring others to follow their passions. And if anyone on the Aaron Hunter team is watching, I hope you know you've made a lot of kids furries. That's all I'll say about that. Thank you all for watching. Have a good night, and I'll see you next time.
Okay, what did you guys think of this video? I had no idea of what the hell Warrior Cats is. And to be honest, that was a lot to take in. I think I was a little too quiet throughout the video, but he did a good job at explaining. I could understand why they have like a really big fandom, even though I've never heard of this fandom. I can understand why people are so into it. I mean, who doesn't love cats, right? I love cats. Tell me the name of your cat in the comments. I really want to know. I'm not lying. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys again soon, okay? Bye.